Since 2019, homelessness in our community has continued to rise, spiked by the affordable housing crisis.
Homelessness in Franklin County is at an all-time high, but shelters say funding isn't keeping pace. Providers say the gap left by expired pandemic dollars, combined with the years of flat funding, is putting critical services at risk. NBC4's Samantha Bender explains.
The city of Columbus released its budget 2 weeks ago, but the county's budget is still pending. Together, those budgets determine how much the community shelter board distribute to local shelters. But even if funding increases, providers say it may not cover the long-standing shortfall that nonprofits have been absorbing for years.
The mayor's budget, unfortunately, was close to pre-pandemic levels.
Lutheran Social Services runs Faith Mission and Choices, two of the county's 7 shelters. Its president, Rachel Lustig, says funding has been flat since 2010, and pandemic relief that temporarily helped has dried up.
We have not received an increase prior to into 2019. We had been at flat funded at $1.2 million for 2 shelters that serve 250 people every night.
Lustig warns that without additional dollars, shelters may be forced to reduce beds and services, putting some of the community's most vulnerable at risk.
We currently have 120 beds for the domestic violence shelter. Without additional funding, we're looking at 48 beds. If we are looking on the Faith Mission side, we would potentially look at closing Faith on 8th, one of Faith Mission's 2 entire shelter systems going offline.
For shelter residents like Joanda Lowe, that would be devastating. She says these shelters are more than just a place to sleep. They're a lifeline, providing safety and stability for people like her whose lives have been turned upside down.
I barely had any clothes when I came here. They've helped with clothes, a coat, shoes. It's the simple things, you know. We get fed 3 meals a day.
Lowe came here this summer to escape a domestic violence situation.
My husband tried to kill me, and then he started stalking me. So I ran to Columbus because I wanted to get as far away from him as possible. And I actually had a couple of days where I actually slept outside before I could get into the shelter because there's so many people that need, you know, housing and stuff.
Many of our shelters are in a place of losing, for us, it's almost $6 million in operating support for our community's only domestic violence shelter and our community's most effective single adult men and single adult women programs.
Providers say homelessness numbers are expected to keep growing, driven by rising rent and a shortage of affordable housing. Lustig says they can't give what they don't have, so without additional funds, they'll be forced to make impossible choices. Local for you in Columbus, I'm Samantha Bender, NBC4.
Thanks for watching. For more NBC4, download the NBC4 streaming app. You'll get free 24/7 local programming streamed straight to your living room. Just search NBC4 Columbus on your Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Roku, or Samsung device.